Women are so amazing. Who here knows an incredible woman? Yes, all of you do. In fact, you probably know a number of them. And can I just say that you are one of them? Unless you're a man, sorry about that. You are not an amazing woman. In this video, I'm going to give you some tips on how to be content and happy in 2019. G'day, I'm Anna Cheney. I am an actor. I work in Australia. I live in Sydney. I worked as a nurse for many years. I'm also a yoga instructor. I also love a bit of a hot chocolate now and then. Not today though, because it is bloody hot here today, can I just say? Stay tuned to the end of this video because I'm going to give you a free guide to happiness. I make these videos because I want to empower women, especially if you're a female that has anxiety. I am right there with you. I get it. So my aim is to try and help to improve today, just today, not your whole life, not every second of every minute of your life, but just today. Yesterday is gone, we're not getting that back, and tomorrow never is today. Tomorrow never really arrives, does it? It's never now. So I'm all about trying to focus on the now. Do you know what? Do you know who are really good at being in the now? Dogs. I love dogs, it's no secret, but you look at them and they're sniffing the grass and they're panting and they're looking up at you and they're wanting to be enjoying the moment and living, just living in the present, you know? Oh, their little happy faces. We have choices in this world and some of them make a remarkable difference to how often we feel this emotion called happiness. This video might be a little bit tough to hear because I am not going to sugarcoat it. The thing with happiness is that it's up to you. No one can make you happy. It's your choice. We've all been dealt a different life and some of us have had it easier than others. But when it comes down to it, it's a choice for today, for you to make choices about how you live your day. Okay, I'm not the Dalai Lama, surprise, but I've had some really tough things happen in my life, and in the end, it's about do you let them take over, or do you choose to adapt and change and make choices to improve your life from here on. So here are 3 things that have helped me no end, and I'm going to share them with you right now. One of the best things you can do to improve your happiness and to improve your life in general is to get to know yourself. Start to be self-aware, start to get to know yourself. What are the things that irritate you? What are the things that you like? What are the things you want? What are some of the things that make you cross? What are the things that make you angry and cause a feeling of injustice? What are the things that surprise you? As you know, I'm an actor, and one of the jobs as an actor is to be really self-aware so that we can portray the character, the emotions the character's feeling, the story that we're telling. And if we're not self-aware, we're not probably going to do a very good job. So self-awareness is a very large part of actor training, and I think it is the key to knowing what works for you and what doesn't. So for example, if you're in a job that you don't like, or if you have a relationship with a friend or a family member or a partner that is making you unhappy, sometimes we can pretend that these things aren't actually happening and we just want to ignore them, and it never works. It never works. One of the things you need to do in that moment is listen to the pain. Get in touch with the pain. Be aware of it. I know it sounds really unappealing. Sorry everyone. Who wants to sit down and feel pain? But if you ignore it, you know what it's like? It's like a little 2-year-old that comes up to you and goes, Mum, I want an ice cream, I want an ice cream. And if you ignore that child, they will keep going, I want an ice cream, I want an ice cream, I want an ice cream, until you snap. But if you, early on, when they say, I want an ice cream, and you say, not now because we're going to have dinner in 20 minutes, then, okay, they might not like it, but at least you've acknowledged them. And those thoughts in your head, you know, I hate my job, or this relationship's not working, or whatever it is, they're not going to go away. You need to acknowledge them and go, yeah, I've heard you, and that sucks. And then once you've acknowledged it, then you can start to do something about it. But the first step is acknowledging it and becoming self-aware. And how can you make yourself happy if you don't know what makes you unhappy? Are you one of those women that gives a lot? You are, aren't you? Legend. It can be hard sometimes when you give all the time, give, you can feel pretty empty and sort of a bit like there's nothing left. So it's really important to know the things that make you happy and to be aware of them. Because sometimes, you ask a woman, what is it that you'd like? And they go, and you go, what do you want? And they go, sleep, but we often don't know exactly what we want, and that's something to be aware of. What is it that you want? What do you really want apart from a day off? Have you noticed sometimes that you get a bit resentful, a bit irritated by the amount of giving that you have to do? You feel like you have to do this for this person, or maybe you decide that you do want to, like for example with your kids, you do want to help them, but you don't have the energy. It's just good to notice that when that resentment arises, so that you can acknowledge it. You might not be able to change it straight away, but perhaps you can move closer to what you really want in your life just by acknowledging the things that you don't want or the things that make you unhappy. Sleep. This is a big one. Who here gets enough sleep? It can be a real challenge for some people. And I need to tell you again, this connects back to self-awareness. You know when you don't want to go to bed at night and you think, I'm just going to watch one more episode or read one more chapter or do one more scroll through social media or whatever, there's very likely something in your head that you're avoiding, whether it's a particular thought or you're avoiding the fact that you have to go to work tomorrow or whatever it is. You need to get in touch with what it is that's stopping you going to bed earlier. Because when that alarm goes off in the morning and you want to throw it across the other side of the room and roll over and go back to sleep, you know that your body hasn't had enough rest. And because this is a video about being happy, are those extra things that you do before bed when you're procrastinating about going to bed, are they making you happy? If they are, great, keep doing them. But if that extra half an hour of television isn't making you happy, it's just numbing your brain, then it's going to be hard for you to achieve this goal of happiness or contentment or whatever you want to call it, because the next day you will be tired. If those things that you're doing at night to postpone your sleep aren't making you happy, then what you're doing is postponing your happiness. How is that, Anna? Well, I'm glad you asked. When your body is tired and slumped over like this, it starts to affect your emotions. So even just looking at me now, you're probably just feeling a little bit more fatigued. And if I asked you to sit in a corner in a fetal position for 10 minutes, how do you think you'd be feeling at the end of it? Probably pretty flat. If you're where you're sitting right now, if you sit up straight, put your shoulders back, lift your sternum, this bone here, and lift your head up high, you'll get more oxygen to your respiratory system and through your circulatory system, so that oxygenated blood gets to your brain and you'll be able to think better. So just some basic things like your posture improve when you've had more sleep. What if I asked you to imagine being on your dream holiday and how you would feel and how relaxed you'd be? Cheers. And the third thing that can really help your happiness is meditation or breathing or yoga or something that helps you to connect with your breath. There is a reason that there's a huge trend across the world at the moment that is about breathing and meditation and yoga. And that is because it helps our bodies to slow down and connect to who we really are and what we really want and need. I meditate every day. It is good for my mental health. It's good for my physical health because I'm breathing better. And I'm able to connect with what's really going on in my head. And sometimes that's a mystery. It can feel a bit like spaghetti up there. Meditation is not something that you try to perfect or try to really get excellent at it. I mean, you can, sure, go for it, but the idea is that you actually just stop and do it. So it's not necessarily about a goal of one day I'm going to be the best meditator in the world. It's for you and it's for your brain and your mind to relax and to grow. and it's about training your mind. So if you've never done meditation before, today is the day to start. Just find a 5-minute beginner's tutorial on meditation, or sit with a candle and breathe. You don't even need someone explaining what to do. Just sit down with a candle, breathe in, breathe out. Notice your breath. That's all it is. Meditation is an opportunity for you as a woman to receive back when you give so much in your life. Feel like it's output, constant output, and meditation is the chance for you to sort of fill up that tank so that you can give more tomorrow. And we're talking about happiness, and this is a video on how to be happier. And you might be thinking, meditation's not going to make me happier. I'm sitting there thinking about all the things that are wrong in my life. Yeah, sure, I get that. The things that we don't like in our life, though, are already there. So acknowledging them helps your body to deal with them, helps your brain to deal with them. And if you don't acknowledge it, it's kind of like I was talking before about self-awareness. It's just going to keep harassing you. Those thoughts will keep harassing you. So it's better if you can acknowledge it, and then you'll learn how to deal with it. The other thing about happiness, and you might think meditation's not going to make me happy. Well, I don't know for you. For me though, I have found that I'm much more able to connect with what it is that I want and need in life, and they are the things that will bring me great happiness and have brought me great happiness. Whereas in the past I've felt that I need to do something because society tells me to, or because this person expects it of me. And that's not really a very fun way to live your life. So no wonder I have spent many an unhappy moment. Also, happiness is a feeling. I don't want to alarm you, but I actually don't want to be happy all of the time. I know, weird, right? But if I was happy all of the time, I wouldn't be able to experience empathy, so sadness for somebody else. I wouldn't be able to feel angry at the injustice in the world. I might not even be able to sleep. So happiness is a great feeling and we love it. Although I think it's like in moderation, like with your favourite food, you wouldn't want to eat it every moment of every day. You would soon tire of it. If you'd like to download my quick guide to happiness, you can do so. The link is below. Please consider joining me on my journey as I reach 1 million subscribers. There's so many more videos to come that I can hopefully assist you and empower you as a woman in this world. So let me know what video would be helpful for you. Please click the like button. That'll let YouTube know that this is a good video to share with others. See you next time. Bye.